Uh... Oh, man. I guess I'm gonna have to go to Mithril. Here. Oh, I need a stamina. Pro tip for anyone. You can actually drink staminas directly from your inventory with the bank interface still open. Hey, there it is, 83 smithing. And that is great. Alright, so the main reason that I was even getting 83 smithing is so that I can boost by 5 with a spicy stew. And I need to do that for the Lumbridge Elite Diaries, as well as a clue scroll step. I've got a master clue that has a Sherlock step requiring me to, I believe it's smith a runite medium helmet. So currently I'm just going to gather up as much orange spice as I possibly can, and then boost and do both of those things. Okay, that is 6 full orange spices, and that can make 8 spicy stews, and hopefully one of them will get me to +5 smithing. But for now, I'm done with this because this is extremely boring, and we're gonna go figure out what I need to do for this smithing. Alright, so apparently what I'm supposed to do is smith an adamant plate body in the Draenor sewer. Let me triple check that because I don't want to boost and do this wrong. So Lumbridge Elite, 88 smithing, smith an adamant plate body in the Draenor sewer. So there's an anvil up at the north part of the sewer down here. I think this is literally the only thing anyone has ever used this anvil for. But I'm going to use it to smith first an adamant plate body and then a runite medium helmet, which I have a master clue that has that step. How many steps? Oh, okay, so I haven't even done any steps on this master clue. So honestly, I probably would have been better off dropping this because I've had this for like 2 weeks now. But I think we're just going to try and boost for it now. Oh, hello. Dunce. Like, I guess I'll do this. My ping is going absolutely insane because I'm currently downloading Photoshop on my computer. So I guess I'll do this exam. Alright, last one. Let's see if it'll boost. +5, come on. 85. Oh man. Oh, come on. Okay, well, I guess I'll read this book of knowledge. I'm gonna put it on fishing because I hate fishing. But looks like we're going back to Edgeville. Alright, so I've actually changed up the method. Instead of killing the behemoth over there, I'm actually just killing all the rats and collecting every kind of spice, because you never know when you're going to need another boost in the future. But doing this actually reminded me that the first time I ever did the spice collecting, which was for the Recipe for Disaster subquest, it was the first time I ever had a kitten in RuneScape. So I didn't know that they would be... I knew it would be bad trying to use the kitten to catch the rats, but I didn't know how bad it was. And so I collected all the spice I needed for that quest with an unfully grown kitten. And it took so long. Like, the catch rate is like 1 in 10 or something like that. Here it's like more than 50%. But with a kitten, it was just absolutely abysmal. And yeah, never ever do that again. Like, I'll just take the 2 hours or whatever it takes to grow the kitten because it was just so much wasted time doing this with a kitten. But I think now the collection's actually really fast. It might even be faster collecting orange spice, just doing this and collecting all different kinds compared to actually doing the behemoth. It seems like the behemoth was really slow, but yeah, that's fine. I think I'll try and get about as much spice as I had last time, and then I'll go for it again. So I've almost got a full inventory. Oh, yes. So I've almost got a full inventory here. Well, I do have a full inventory now, but just before I got this, the game told me that I just passed 100 rat kills, I think? It said something like that. I accidentally spammed through it, so I didn't see. But I guess I've killed 100 rats, and mostly didn't get orange spices, which is unfortunate, but we're gonna give it a shot with what we got, and hopefully this will get me the 88 smithing so I can finish my Lumbridge Elite Diaries. So that didn't work. I'm going back for more orange spice. I'm just gonna go for the behemoth again. I think it's a little slower, but the random spices just weren't doing it for me. It was getting kind of annoying, so I'm just gonna sit here and not let my cat die and collect. I'll try to collect like, oh god, a lot of orange spice. This happened to me too. I did the Fremennik Elite Diaries a while ago, like a few weeks ago, and I boosted from 77 runecrafting to 82 for the astral runes, and that also took like more than 20 tries to get that correct boost to do that specific diary. So honestly, with smithing I probably should just grind out the levels, but I really don't want to. I've been at Blast Furnace for the past few days and it's just gotten very old, so I'm just gonna get the +5 and hopefully never have to do this again. No! Oh, come on, man! Okay, so my cat died. God damn it. Yep, my cat died because I was playing guitar instead of feeding him, and now I've only got 5 orange spices, and if this doesn't work, I'm gonna kill myself. I don't know what else. Like, all right, so I've got 20. 20 divided by 3. 6. I can make 6 spicy stews. I can't math very well, but I need to bring my clue scroll with me, and I will see you guys at the anvil. Oh, 87, come on. Oh, come on! $88, yes! Medium helmet. And plate body. Yes! Okay. Oh my god, it was on the last one too. This is only 2 stews, so or 2 spices, so I wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't on that one, so okay. I am glad to be done with that. And that's great, because now I don't have to grow another cat. Rest in peace, my last cat. Hopefully I will not have to do stews for a really long time. Now, of course, I have to finish all of the other Lumbridge diary requirements, so let's do it. Alright. There we go. 1 lock pick of the Rich Chest in Dorkish Khan. I actually did have to boost again for that one, but luckily I had enough yellow stew, and it was only a +3 boost instead of a +5 that I needed. Pickpocketed Movario on the Dorkish Khan agility course. I've literally never seen this area in my entire life, but task completed, I guess. Alright, chopped some magic logs at the mage training arena. Alright, and let me drop some things on the ground here. I gotta drop this. Come on. And I gotta drop these. Yes, I'm trying to drop them. Give me pure essence. And there we go. That is all of my elite tasks in Lumbridge and Draenor done. And actually, this is huge because that means I never have to use a Draymond staff on a fairy ring again. So that is a pretty huge upgrade, and I'm super excited to have it done. That's one of my big goals crossed off the list. And actually, we'll go over those big goals in a minute. Let me go ahead and claim this from Hatus Kazainus. Anus? Yeah, sure. Why not? Cool. I'm actually going to take a couple of these rings because they are great for the wilderness. Get like 5. Boom. And then of course this lamp is going to go on fishing because currently it's my least favorite skill to train. 50,000, that's huge. Alright, cool. Well, yeah. Alright, so I thought I would take this opportunity to talk about sort of what my account is, my goals, and what I'm doing in this, hopefully, series. I don't really know yet, because honestly, I'm just recording this based on a friend's suggestion. But I play a lot of RuneScape, and this is my main account. I've been playing for about 2 years now, probably. Around 2,000 hours into this account. So here's the stats we got. Almost base 90s on attack on my combats. We got 87 ranged, 90 strength, 85, 85. So almost 77 prayer. I currently don't have augur or augury or rigor. So those 2 prayers are still not unlocked. Although I can probably afford augury really soon. I just don't know that I'll have a use for it. Magic is my lowest combat skill because I don't really know how to effectively train magic, honestly, and it's not a huge deal for me. But 77 rune crafting, that was probably the worst grind I've had to do. I went from 72 to 77 in a single day of Day Alt Essence and Arena Altar. That was honestly terrible. 77 construction. And I'll go through what's in the house in a minute, because that was one of the recent things that I did, was 77 construction and a house upgrade. 81 agility. Actually, so I do have a agility story. So vorkath here is actually my first pet, but it's not. It's actually my second pet. My first pet was the agility pet, which I got around 74 agility, and then proceeded to die and lose the pet on the it's so sad, man. I lost my agility pet because I didn't insure it, and I went to continue doing agility on the werewolf course, and the werewolf course can hit you for like 40-50 damage, which I didn't know. I thought I was totally safe doing agility, but yep, I lost the agility pet, and so vorkath is currently my only pet. But yeah, everything else is around 75 to 80. I've got 92 cooking, which I don't really train cooking anymore. That was like more than 6 months ago that I got 92 cooking. I really don't. I'm not going for 99 anytime soon. I'd rather have a 99 that isn't cooking as my first one. But yeah, so the account right now is in a pretty good spot in my opinion. We're approaching sort of endgame stuff. I'm able to kill most bosses in the game, or at least the bosses that I care about. Just within the last week or so, I got my questscape, which is pretty good fashionscape with this vorkath pet as well. And yeah, as of now, I've also got the 2 of my elite diaries done. Fremennik, which I mainly did so that I could kill the Dagonoth kings and pick up the noted bones, and then Lumbridge, which now is such a fantastic upgrade since I'll be able to teleport with fairy rings without using the Drayman staff. But other than that, I've got all my hard diaries done. And if we pop up my runelight notes over here, you can actually see some of my goals on this account. So Lumbridge Elite is done. On the list is also all the other elites and what I need for them. So some of them, these levels require boosting. So pretty much any time it says like a level requirement, like 81 fishing, you can assume it's actually 86 with a +5 boost or something like that. So I know I said I don't want to be doing boosts in the future, and so probably for some of these I won't, because most of these diary requirements aren't really a big deal to me, and I'd rather just do the grind. But for some of them, I might boost, because some of these grinds are really annoying. This 83 rune crafting, that's actually 88 rune crafting, and that's a lot of XP to get in rune crafting, so maybe I'll boost. This one, especially 90 to 95 Slayer is huge. I'll probably do a +5, and that's easy as well. Certain ones like Slayer and Agility are really easy to boost because you can use Wild Pies or Summer Pies for +5 instead of having to do a stew. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some of my goals. So 77 construction I actually already got, and the main reason I got that was for a couple of things. So my pool here is actually not fully upgraded. I can upgrade it one more stage. I'm not in building mode, but I don't really need to, because the only thing it'll do in the next stage that it currently doesn't do is restore any stats that are down. So currently the main thing I have this pool for is actually restoring spec, because my special attack can't be restored in any way except for this pool. And what I usually do is I just restore my spec, and then I go to the Enclave in the wilderness and use the pools there to restore health, because this doesn't restore health. And that's basically what I do to reset between vorkath kills and stuff like that. I've got a couple pet rocks over here, because I don't have any other pets. It's a little depressing. But yeah, I've got all these like rooms scattered around that are basically empty. I've got like bedrooms, because you need to have a bedroom for the butler. I have this room from like when I was first building my house that's just chairs and like stuff on the walls that's nothing. But other than that, yeah, I've got my teleports here. Varrock, Lumbridge, Falador, so sort of the home free-to-play areas. Then we have Camelot, Ardoin, and so this is actually a salve graveyard. It used to be a Carol teleport, which is, for anyone that doesn't know, that is the teleport to Canifis. But I actually changed it to a salve teleport when I was grinding a lot of Mortmire fungus, and I've just left it as a salve teleport ever since then, because the salve teleport's actually really useful. If you ever need to get into the Mortmire swamp, it's right there. If you ever need to get to Paternomus Temple, which I never probably will again because I'm done questing, as well as if you want to have a area that's really close to a fairy ring, that's actually the main boost, like, useful for it. It's really close to a fairy ring, so if you don't have 80 construction to have a fairy ring in your house, having a salve teleport is actually not bad. As well, it's not too far from Canifis, so if you need to get there, that's still useful. If you don't have Slayer rings unlocked, it's really close to the Slayer Tower as well. So it's just a pretty good teleport to have in your house. Honestly, I think it's better than the Carol teleport. And then, of course, over here I have a Battlefront teleport, which I think is a pretty obscure one, not many people know about. But I have this, and the Battlefront teleport is... oh, not Stronghold. The Battlefield teleport goes to right here. Right in front of Mount Karum, because if you're doing Konar Slayer, you can just use this and then use the agility shortcut up the mountain, and you're right there. So when I was doing a lot of Konar Slayer, that was really useful. It's also... no, honestly, that's probably its only use. I was going to say it's useful for getting around, but like if I ever need to get over here, I just use a Farming Guild teleport, so... And then, of course, I have Waterbirth Island. I use this for if I ever need to do Dagonoth Kings, or for whatever reason get to... I used to use it to get to the Fremennik area, but I don't anymore because now I can just use my Fremennik Sea Boots from the Fremennik Elite Diaries. But previously, I could basically teleport to the Waterbirth Island and then go to ship to Relica, and I would just end up right here. But I hardly use that one anymore, only if I have to go kill Dagonoths on Waterbirth Island for whatever reason. And then, of course, Karen portal right there. That just goes to the center of Karen. It's honestly not that useful because I have the ability to use Azeric's Talisman to get to the center of Karen, and so that's going to be the first one to go. Basically, once I can afford it, I'm going to replace all of these with a single teleport nexus. And a teleport nexus at my level can only hold 8 teleports, and this is 9, so that's going to be the one that I get rid of. The rest of them I'm going to keep the same, and I'm just going to put probably like right there. And then I'll have a different room right there. I designed my house a while ago in MS Paint, so I can put up an image of that right now. And actually, let me pull that up. So the design of this is going to be pretty simple. Basically, it's a max house, but cheaper and scaled down a bit. So right here is my garden where I'm going to put the fairy ring. And of course the Pool of Rejuvenation. So once I hit 80 construction, there will be a fairy ring here. As well, where this pet place currently is, I'm going to have a spirit tree garden. And then off to the side, I have my teleportation jewelry. I will have a ancient altar or a lunar altar. And then I'm going to have another room for the whichever one is not in that current one. So that way I can switch between ancients, lunars, and the standard spellbook without having to get all the way up to doing the occult altar, because I think the occult altar has a higher construction requirement. Then of course I've got my glory. I'm gonna have 2 different nexuses, so I can have 16 different teleports instead of having to go all the way for the maxed out portal nexus. As well, I'll probably have a wilderness obelisk somewhere, but that's not a huge deal. As well, in one of the Portal Nexus rooms, I will have a Xerix Talisman and a Dig Site Pendant. But yeah, that's basically the plan for the house right now. I'm just saving the money to actually build a couple of these things, because as you can see over on the costs section on the goals area, you can see I've got some of the costs laid out for what things are going to cost. Each Gilded Nexus costs 3 mil, and I don't really have the 6 mil to spend on 2 different Nexuses right now. And all the portals in my house are functioning, so I'm not in too big of a rush to replace them. As well, the Rejuve pool, actually can remove that because it's not really going to cost 1 mil. 1 mil was from scratch to the one upgrade past this, and I'm not even going to go for the Rejuve pool right now because honestly I just don't need it. The fully maxed out rejuvenation pool, I think you need like 83 construction with a +5 boost to get, so I'm not going to go for that. It's just not worth my time when I can just use this one and then go to the Ferox Enclave. As well, these are the costs of the altars. It's pretty expensive. And then I've got some other costs on here, things like the Dragon Crossbow, the Augury and Rigor. Augury I'll probably get soon. Dragon Crossbow, if I do buy it, it's going to be for grinding Commander Zeliana. Yeah, some other various goals, I can cross that one off because I got that. Basically, when it comes to untradables, I have pretty much every untradable except for the farmer's outfit. If we head over to my bank, we can actually take a look. As you can actually see, I'm wearing the agility outfit. I can't remember what's graceful. But if we take a look at my bank, I've actually got basically every untradable that you need. So I've got the Shazian armor. I've got full void with each of the helmets. It's also elite void. I've got the full mining outfit. Got the full fishing outfit. Got the full lumberjack outfit. As well as various things like the arc light and, you know, every other untradable item basically I've got. Or every important one. I've got the fighter torso, you know, etc. So these are just random activities that I've got on my like to-do list. Volcanic mine and blast mine are things that I want to try out. Soliceps is something that I've already done a little bit of, but I want to get back to for the next time that I'm training woodcutting. Driftnet fishing is something that I've seen and considered doing, but I should probably start. I believe I need to farm fibers to make drift nets if I'm going to be doing that, so I'll probably look into it at some point. 3-tick barbarian fishing is something that I want to learn to make fishing a little bit less of a pain. And once I hit 80 hunter, or actually 77 hunter because you can boost with a hunter potion, I want to do herbivore because honestly I don't like hunter that much. I've been doing chinchampas for my entire hunter grind pretty much. I did red chins up until the level I could do black chins, and I've been doing black chins since, but I just don't care for hunter. It's not very fun. Even when you're doing lizards or something, it's just not my favorite skill. Zalcano is another activity that I unlocked with Song of the Elves that I want to give a shot because it seems like a decent activity that makes a good bit of money. And the elite, their diaries. But yeah, that's basically a breakdown of my account. If we take a look into my bank, it's worth about 110 mil right now. So actually, I can sell some of the things, clean up my bank a little bit. Okay, we'll take a little tour of my bank here and talk about some of what I've got. So, actually one of the other untradables that I'm missing is the Pyro outfit. I've only got parts of it, but I don't really like doing Winter Todd, so whenever I get around to that, I'll get around to it. But other than that, so these are the godbooks that I don't have finished. They're kind of the useless ones, and honestly I should probably just remove them from my bank. Bomber jacket, don't need that anymore. Oh, now we're just talking about all the garbage I've got in my bank still. There's my dead Hellcat, rest in peace. Rogue outfit. Alright, so basically my home tab here is cash, keyring, and then mostly junk in random order. I've got my cannonballs and stuff. But if it's in the home tab, chances are I probably don't care that much about it. It does tend to be where I dump random junk that I get. Here, this is my mostly melee combat tab, so for some reason I put my graceful in here probably like a year or so ago, and it's just always been in here, so this is also where I keep my graceful outfit. Up top I've got all my free-to-play stuff, all the Guthix armor and like a rune scimitar and stuff, as well as the fancy boots. But then of course, you know, I've got climbing boots. Spiked boots I think I need for a clue, that's why I have them. I think they're like a master clue requirement, which speaking of, I should probably finish off that master clue. I've got some Slayer boots here. My Dragon Boots G. So these were actually just regular Dragon Boots, and I'm not really the type to like buy gilded stuff because it's just more expensive. But I actually got a Dragon Boots ornament kit from a clue scroll and decided to use it on my Dragon Boots because I knew I'd have them for a long time. So that's why these are trimmed or gilded or whatever. I've got a Ring of Suffering imbued. And this is actually the only piece of Zenyte jewelry that I have, and this is so that I can grind Zulrah if I want to. I don't love Zulrah, but it's not a terrible way to make money, so I have the Ring of Suffering. As well, I've got my Black Slayer helmet. I've always liked the Black Slayer helmet, so I decided to do that as soon as I got my first KBD head. My armor here is pretty mid to high gear. I've got my fire cape, I've got my Barrow's gloves, of course. Fighter torso, tank legs. I don't have, you know, tassets or Bandos chestplate. I don't have primordial boots, things like that. I don't have Zenyte jewelry like the torture or anything. So those are some upgrades I'm looking to get, as well as like tentacle whip. If we head over to the range tab, you can see that I do have an Ava's assembler as well as an extra vorkath head, so I can make another one. I don't tend to use any of this ranged gear. The only ranged gear I'm using these days is ranged void and very occasionally ancient stuff. Ancient's always been my favorite, just the purple colors. It's pretty nice. I've got an archer's ring imbued, got a blowpipe, but yeah, I don't really ever use the magic short bows or anything like that. Over in the magic tab, I've got a whole bunch of old stuff that I don't use. Like again, up here is like my free-to-play staffs and things like that. I do have a Trident of the Swamp. Then I've got my teleport tabs, some rune crafting stuff, rune pouch. Oh, these are some more things I can sell actually. I've been using the glass blowing for crafting, so I've got a bunch of unpowered orbs I can sell. Yeah, I've still got 8,000 day alt essence to spare from my 77 rune crafting grind, but that was significantly better. I love day alt essence. I would rather do that any day than using pure essence. Pure essence is just so unbelievably slow. But yeah, when it comes to magic, I've got my imbued Guthix cape, I've got an occult necklace, so my magic is pretty alright. When it comes to mining, I do have a dragon pickaxe. It's kind of funny, I sold a dragon pickaxe. This was a long time ago. I sold my dragon pickaxe to get a crossbow so that I could do some wilderness bossing, and within my first day of Venenatis, I got a dragon pickaxe. So I just have had that one ever since, never had to sell it back, so that's pretty nice. Paid itself off pretty quick, but other than that, I've got all my untradables, got the coal bag, goldsmith gauntlets, all that stuff. In my fishing and food tab, I chuck all food and ingredients and fishing gear and garbage, and it's not very well organized, and I don't care. Wood cutting as well as farming. I don't know why I combined these two, but yeah, I've got wood cutting gear and all my farming gear. It's in there, whatever. And then this is crafting and construction, as well as just jewelry. I keep my teleportation jewelry and stuff in here. No particular reasons, just how I've always done it. And then here I have my herb lore and potions tab. So potions are fairly well organized. I mean, I tend to just search for when I need something, so it's not a huge deal, but yeah, it's relatively organized. And then I have all my herbs down here, as well as herb lore ingredients when I'm actually working on herb lore, which is hardly ever. And then this last tab tends to be for just quest items, which I don't need anymore. It's kind of the same as the first tab, so quest items, random fashionscape items, stuff like that. But yeah, I think that about catches you up on this account. The only other thing is to probably talk about the vorkath pet. Vorkath, so I finished my quest cape about a week ago. Still very happy about it, by the way. The quests are like my least favorite thing, so don't mind if I just flex this quest cape constantly. But yeah, I started grinding vorkath because it was a boss that I'd always been intrigued by, and so I started doing it with the blowpipe, and on 40 KC I got myself the vorkath pet. and it's made me really happy. It fits in great with my colored graceful set. And yeah, it's just it's my first pet, and if we take a look at the collection log, actually, we can go over some of my progress with the bossing and stuff like that. So, Barrow's chests, I've done 220, and this is the stuff that I got. 2 Darox axes, haven't completed any sets, but it's not been terrible. Bryophyta, I actually did a lot. I did probably 4 or 5 kills as a free-to-play. And then when I got members, I didn't really know what to do because there's so much stuff to do when you get members, so I just kept killing Bryophyta. And I think probably on like 10, 11 KC I got the essence, which is pretty nice. Callisto, I've only done once for a Slayer task, and I did 12 kills, and I gotta say, that is the most terrifying wilderness boss. Just the location of it, the fierceness of the PKers in that area, I was just having a terrible time doing Callisto. I still want to do more Callisto at some point. I just don't know when I'm going to do that. I'm kind of traumatized by the PKers there. But I'll go back to Callisto eventually because I do want that pet. It's one of my favorite pets in the game. Chaos Elemental, I've done 3 kills. Oh, I should probably explain also. I did not get the Dragon Pickaxe or the Dragon 2H from Callisto. I also did not get them from Chaos Elemental. I've done 3 kills. They were pretty terrible. It was just like when I was really early on and all the YouTubers are like, oh, it's a great boss to go for early on, and I was just kind of doing what they said, and it's not a good boss. Don't do it. Chaos Fanatic, I've gotten 1 kill. That was for the diary. Commander Ziliana, I've gotten 3 kills on. So for the Fremennik Diary, you have to get 1 kill on each of the God Wars bosses. Ziliana was the only one I was able to get more than 1 kill in a single trip. The rest of them, they just stomped me until I had no food left and I barely scraped by with a single kill. Ziliana, if I got a dragon crossbow, I could probably go back and get like 6 kills in a single trip or more. You know, like, you don't use many supplies doing Ziliana. Maybe that's just me. But I did it with a rune crossbow, so I could probably do better. Crazy Archaeologist, I've done a single kill for the diary. Dagonoth Kings, altogether I've done 128. I only do them on Slayer tasks, like if I get a Dagonoth Slayer task or specifically a boss task. I can't keep up with the rotation solo unless I've got the Slayer helmet bonus, so yeah, but on my first time doing the Dagonoth King solo, I did get an Archer's Ring, which was pretty nice. Fight Caves, only done it once. I haven't had a Jad Slayer task yet, but I'm kind of excited to go back and do it again because I've had so much more PVM experience since I got my Fire Cave. Gauntlet, I've got 19 completions. I think it's got to be one of my favorite pieces of content in the game. You'll probably see me doing that more in this series, hopefully, because I do really like the Gauntlet, and a plate of Salador would be massive for my account. It would literally double my bank. General Gardor, 1 single kill, nothing good. Giant Mole, I've done 63 kills. Basically, once I got my diary, I did a little bit of Giant Mole, and it's pretty decent money per hour, but honestly, I just get bored really easily. With no big drops and no hope for anything interesting, I just don't really care that much. Grotesque Guardians, I've done 61 KC. They really don't have a good drop table, I'm gonna say. Like, you get better GP per hour just killing gargoyles. Why would you do this boss? The chance of getting the rare items is like 1 in 5,000. The pet, I think, looks like trash. So it's just not a boss that... Like every time I get a gargoyles task, I'm like, ooh, I'll do the Grotesque Guardians. And then I go and I do like 10 to 20 kills, and it's just not worth it. I don't continue doing it. Hespori, I've done 37 times. Hespori's... when I'm in the farming grind and I'm getting a lot of Hespori seeds, I like doing Hespori, but I think at around 20 KC I got the compost bucket. And I haven't fought it in like a few weeks because I've stopped doing farming. Not for any particular reason, I just kind of got bored. Calfight Queen, I got a single kill. I had a Calfight Slayer task, and I asked a friend, I was like, hey, you want to go kill Calfight Queen? And he was like, yeah, sure. We both gear up, we go in, get a single kill, and we're both like, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. So that's the 1 KQ kill I've gotten. KBD, I've done 141 kills. I did not get the dragon pick from him. KBD is a boss that I do really want to go grind more because his pet is one of my favorites. The loot from him is not great, but if I do get Black Dragon Slayer tasks, KBD is my go-to. Kriara, again, single kill. Krill, 1 kill. Obor, I got 8 kills. These were all free-to-play. Haven't killed Obor since free-to-play. It's not a very interesting boss, and the Hill Giant Club is only like a couple 100k, so it's not really worth grinding the keys for it. Sarachnis, I've done 182 KC. I actually got the Cudgel back when it was worth about a mil. It's down to like 400k now, but yeah, Sarachnis is a fun boss. Definitely really good for like low mid levels, you know, like 60 to 70 attack. It's really fun for those lower levels, and it's a pretty decent money maker as well. Especially if you're an Iron Man going for supplies, Sarachnis is really good. Scorpia, I've only done 1 kill for the diary. Skotizo, I've done 1 kill. I haven't got another totem, so I'm really close to finishing a totem, and hopefully next time I get a Slayer task that I can do, I get to finish the totem. Venenatus is the wilderness boss I've done the most by far. 88 kills. I got both the Dragon Pickaxe and the Dragon 2H from Venenatus, and it's probably the wilderness boss that I'm most comfortable doing. I can do the spawn safe spot in singles in low wilderness, and honestly, next time if I'm boosting Slayer points, actually I don't think I ever need to boost Slayer points again, but you know, if for whatever reason I decide to do Venenatus again, I'll probably be a lot less scared because now I have the Royal Seed Pod. And I don't think I should die very often. I've also got a Bulwark now, and I didn't last time I did it, so. Yep, Vedion, I've got 42 kills. Similar to Venenatus, I like the safe spot, but Vedion is just, the PKers that are a lot worse, in my opinion. A lot worse to deal with. They're better PKers. Either they're better PKers or they're just harder to avoid. I think probably because you're in combat, so when they come up and attack you, you can't log out, whereas you can just log out if you're doing Venenatus. Vorkath, 79 kills. I'll be doing more Vorkath very soon because I currently have a Blue Dragon Slayer task, but I have the pet, 2 Vorkath heads, hoping for a really nice item soon because I do need to make some money, although, you know what, he makes good money even without uniques, so I'll just keep grinding. Winter Todd, I've only done 81 KC. I've gotten 3 Bruma Torches. Yeah, Winter Todd's been kind of unfortunate. And then, of course, Zulrah. So Zulrah, I have actually got 1 Serpentine Visage, which I got on like 30 KC or something like that. Other than that, nothing too exciting with Zulrah. And yeah, that's basically the collection log I've got. As you can see, I did have the giant squirrel. I don't anymore. So yeah, 2 pets total. And yeah, that's basically got you caught up on my account. Hopefully that didn't take too long, and I'm sure it was extremely boring. So I think I'm just going to get back to whatever I was doing. Alright, so I've been doing this master clue. Currently 5 steps in. Got a hot and cold step. So I have figured out the location, but it's going to be an ancient wizard trio, and I'm not really sure how to deal with this, so I'm just going to gear up in ranged gear and hope for the best. Hopefully. I'm actually going to put my pet away for this just in case I die. I'm hoping the fight's not that hard. I think actually I have done this before on a, I need a spade. I have done this before and it was a wilderness step, so it shouldn't be that bad, I don't think. But I just want to be safe. I'm just going to gear up in my best range gear. And hopefully everything goes okay. Alright, here we go. Ancient Wizard Trio. Oh my god. Oh, he's in melee. So I'm gonna pray melee and kill the ranger. And just gonna tank. Okay, now kill the meleeer. I didn't think about the fact that they would poison me, honestly. I got hit for so much right at the start of the fight that could have ended really badly. But yeah, overall that was not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay. Well, we do have another step. Alright. Okay, I finally remembered how to get up onto the wall of Castle Draken. Now I just have to run all the way around, and I just ran out of stamina to get to this point. And hopefully this is accurate, because if it's not, then I just went all the way up here for no reason. But yeah, originally I tried to I forgot how you got up on the wall, so I got sent to the mines and then left the mines and ended up here. And you can't get up the wall right there. You actually have to go all the way from down here up this half of the mire ditch wall to get onto this wall. And now I've got to walk all the goddamn way around. Alright. Hello, Yuri. Please give me a casket. Alright. Well, I believe that this is guaranteed to be the last step. How long can they be? I think 8 is the maximum number of steps, so... Oh my god. Okay, apparently I got rid of my bull roarer from Legends Quest, which means I have to go get a new one. And apparently the process of doing that requires me buying a umli? A cooked umli wrap and giving it to a forester. So I guess here goes that. Okay, so I should be able to just give the forester here this umli wrap. Do I just need to talk to them? Do I just use this on them? Yes, cool. And then I can teleport to the watchtower. And I guess I have to swing the bull roarer. Where am I doing this? Just up here somewhere? Put on my boots. Just swing it in here? Oh god, yep, apparently. By the way, it's hilarious. I look like a a dragon warrior. Look very cool. I just decided, since I've got to bring the dragon plate skirt and the dragon chain body, I might as well just wear them. Because instead of bringing extra inventory slots and switching them out, but yeah, it looks pretty funny. Okay. And then let me do the emote again. Talk to Yuri. Okay, and we have a master casket. Alright. So, that is... I'm just going to sit here next to this guy, Alking. That is, I think, my 3rd or 4th master casket. I used to just kind of not do masters because I didn't have a lot of the quests done. So now that I've got the quests done, I can complete a lot of master clues. But, yep, let's open up, see what we get. 620k. That was definitely worth it. Most of the time, I'm worried about these clues because they take quite a budget to do when you're buying stuff like dragon plate skirts and chain bodies and all that. But that was definitely worth it. 620k added to the bank. Alright, so I'm about to attempt a melee kill on Vorkath. So I've never done it. I've only done this with the toxic blowpipe, but I'm gonna do it with the Zamihasta on stab and some pretty budget gear, all things considered. Most people only tend to melee Vorkath with the Dragon Hunter Lance, but I want to see what the kill time looks like with the Zamihasta. This is my inventory setup at the moment. Of course, I've got my Crumble Undead in the rune pouch. I've got my Fremennik Sea Boots to get here, Super Combat, Super Anti-Fire, Anti-Venom Plus, and I've got a BGS to start the fight with the specs. I think I'm just going to drop Prayer Potion here, and we'll just, yeah, I guess we'll just go for it. I'm not really sure what to expect here. Alright, well, that sucks. Got my auto retaliate on, that's weird. Alright. So, we're just going to be tanking the melee hits. Alright, so this is something. Oh, Jesus. Apparently, it's not too bad to Wookswalk when doing melee kills, but I don't really feel like trying it, because trying to Wookswalk with range got me killed so many times, it just doesn't seem worth it. Alright. I've got pretty high melee defense, so hopefully I don't take that much damage, as well as range defense, which is great because it's going to make that... Oh god, come on. It's going to make that attack a little bit less effective compared to what I'm normally wearing, which is Void. But so far it seems not terrible. The prayer goes down quite a lot faster because I'm using piety, and normally I'm just using Eagle Eye. I should probably flick piety if I'm being honest. But I'm just gonna use it for now. Yeah, this seems significantly slower. I think it's possibly not that much slower. It's just that I missed the BGS specs, so his defense is still really high. That actually makes my blowpipe kills pretty slow as well, so I won't say definitively that this is worse just yet. I definitely should turn off piety while walking during that. The benefit of leaving piety on is that those melee hits are going to be less effective for sure. I'll just drink a prayer pot right now. Alright, maybe I'll try Wilkes Walking here. Let's see it. Alright, I missed a tick somewhere in there. You can kind of see me just spam clicking, so definitely when I lose the rhythm of the ticks, my connection's a little inconsistent, so when I lose the rhythm of the ticks, it can really get me killed. That happened, it got me killed so many times trying to Wilkes Walk with the blowpipe, but I think it might be a little easier with melee. Please die. Oh my god! Why didn't it... Oh no. God damn it. I think because of the attack speed of the Hasta being slower than the blowpipe, I couldn't... Oh, fuck me, dude. It wouldn't fire the Crumble Undead until the attack cycle of the Hasta was finished. That sucks. That's really bad. I should have just eaten. Damn it. Okay, so after that death, I'm just gonna do a range kill. I've recovered all my stuff. I'm gonna gear up and do a normal range kill and just hopefully continue on like that. And I'll try melee again eventually, but I don't think it's worth it at the moment without the Dragon Hunter Lance. Okay, so this is my current setup for ranging vorkath. As you can see, I've got the Salve Amulet EI, which is for the range bonus against undead creatures. I have an Ava's Assembler. Currently, I believe I have Adamant Darts in this, so I'm going to need scales soon. Got my Ancient D'hide Boots, Archer's Ring Imbued, all that stuff. As well, I'm using a Bastion Potion because the extra defense really helps against the random range attacks that he does that hit through because I'm praying mage the whole time. I've also got the BGS with the Void Melee Helmet so that I can spec at the start of the fight, lower its defense. And of course, Crumble Undead Runes. It works a lot better with a blowpipe because the attack speed is so much faster, but yep, this kill should go much smoother. I've done this a lot more, never done a melee kill before, so that was a little rough. Yeah, see, just instant cast instead of the really slow cast like I had with the Hasta. There we go, and that is a pretty typical vorkath kill. If I hit a BGS spec at the beginning, the BGS spec on this one was really bad, but if I hit like a 40 or a 50 or 250s or something like that, like some really good stat lowering attacks, I usually don't have to sip a prayer pot at all, hardly eat any food, so it's really not that bad. The kills tend to be around 3.5, 3 to 3.5 minutes if I have a really bad BGS spec, and they tend to be under 3 minutes if I have a good BGS spec. But I think that's what I'm just going to be doing for the next little while, just grinding vorkath, building the bank a little bit, and getting some Slayer XP. Alright, I'm taking a little break from vorkath here. I just did 9 kills. It wasn't that long, but I ran out of scales for my blowpipe and decided it's time to do a farm run because it's actually been quite a while since I've done that. So I decided might not be a bad time to go through my typical farm run, sort of what I do. If I hadn't forgotten what I do. Give me a second. Alright, first birdhouse run. So Fossil Island. So I'm actually going to start with a birdhouse run first. For no particular reason, it just helps get in the habit of doing sort of all my different runs together. I honestly didn't do birdhouse runs up until like probably 2 weeks ago when I did my first one. But yep, it's much simpler than I thought it was. Basically just build a birdhouse, stick seeds in it, and then go on. I just keep a giant stack of Yanillion seeds because they're cheap, and it doesn't really make a difference to me which seed it is. I'd rather just have one big pile of seeds and use that. I'm pretty sure that different types of seeds don't affect what the drop rate from the birdhouses is. I don't know if I've seen a difference, but yep. And then the next run I'm going to do is hops. So I farm Yanillion hops. So I need Yanil seeds, a compost bucket, dibber, a spade. So first we'll go do Sears Village. Alright, not a bad amount. Then I'm actually going to go to the Chronicle Teleport. And while I'm here, I also collect from a whiteberry bush. Whiteberries are a pretty good price right now. Let me check. Whiteberries are 460 each, so I definitely recommend putting some whiteberry bushes down. If you have your house in Remington, then you can have one by the house portal in Remington. You can have one here, which you can pick up on your way to do hops. And you can also have one by the monastery near Ardoin, because you can just use the Ardoin cape to teleport to the monastery and then take that one. Those are the 3 easiest bush patches to do. And whiteberries, that stack right there is worth about 6,000 GP, so do that times 3 and then just add that to your farm run, and that's easy GP. Oh, my hops here are dead, which is a little sad, but that's fine. Then I'm going to teleport to my house, and the reason that I have this log is so that I can use the Castle Wars balloon system to get to Intrana. Alright, a good amount again. And now the last patch is in Yanil, so I use a Yanil tablet. And then while I'm here, I also get my sand from Bert. That's just like a free few thousand GP every time I do one of these runs as well. Just go straight to the bank. Alright, and now the final hops. Wow, that was a lot. I got basically what I would get normally with 4 patches, but only with 3. One of them actually died, and I still got 87. And that is worth exactly around 87k. Like, they're 1,002 each, so it's basically, you can get like a free 100k multiple times a day every time just by farming Unilian hops. And if you're going for just straight farming XP, you can just do mahoganies and you have free Unilian hops instead of having to pay for them. But yeah, the next part of this is my herb and allotment run. So this involves, I do avantos and strawberries and limpworts. You can do toadflax, and I think there's a few others that are very profitable as well. I only do avantos because I just always have. They've always been profitable, and I've got a stack of seeds, so I don't really worry about which herb is the most profitable. I just do the one that I want to do. So inventory setup here is going to be kind of similar. As well, by the way, if you've got extra Nightmare Zone reward points, this is a good time to grab those herbs. You can go over and grab your daily herb boxes every time you're doing a farm run. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh, Ring of Dueling. Almost forgot. Do I have any spare? No, okay. So now we can get on to the big boy farming run. Oh, I can drop off the Chronicle. I don't need it anymore. So starting off with the Troll Stronghold. Alright, there we go. And just also, while I'm here, I want to point out that after making friends with my arm no longer looks over this goutweed patch. Instead, you get this little guy who's named Drunken Dwarf's Leg. And if any of you have done my arm's big adventure, you know that my arm actually murders the Drunken Dwarf random event. And trolls are named after the first thing that they try to eat. So this little guy tried to eat Drunken Dwarf's leg. Well, yeah, that's just a fun fact that I noticed. All right, onward to the other troll area. There you go. Also, in case you're curious, the reason I'm composting these, even though they're protected patches, is because compost increases the yield of each patch. And I'm going for the maximum yield here. With the right herbs, it makes sense to use compost. It makes sense to use ultra compost if the cost of the ultra compost is going to be outweighed by better yield, which with avantos and a lot of herbs it is. Alright, now this is where the farm run starts to take a long time. Using strawberries is a little bit more time consuming, or actually if you're doing like any kind of allotment, farm runs can become very time consuming because they take a long time to dig, but in my opinion they're worth it. Strawberries right now, I can't type, strawberry right now, worth 200 each. You get like a few hundred per farm run, so if I get about 200 strawberries, that's a good amount of GP added to my stack, and it's really not a lot of effort to just dig them up off the ground. So the seeds are also dirt cheap, literally 9 GP per seed, so it makes sense for me to just do every profitable thing that I can. So that includes an herb. The most profitable flower is limpworts and strawberries. Alright, we're about to wrap up this farm run. All we have left is these herbs over here. And then, before I head back to the farming guild for the final herb patch, I actually go for some other random things like the bush patch in front of the monastery and the cactus in Al-Kharid. So let's go ahead and note these real quick, and then we'll go for Al-Kharid first. I just realized I could use a teleport tab now because I have Rings of Dueling in my house, so in the future I'll make sure to do that, but this is my first farm run since upgrading my house to have the teleport jewelry, so I'll just adjust in the future. But yeah, cactus spines are currently really good. I mean, they're always pretty good. Cactus spines are 1500 each, so if you have the cactus here and the cactus in the farming guild, you can make a little bit of extra money on the side, and they regrow so you never have to replant them. Same with whiteberry bushes. That's one of the nice things about them, is they just regrow the fruit on them, or the spines, and then you can just pick them every run. So there's the monastery teleport, and the whiteberries. And then after this, I'm going to head to the farming guild, pick everything there, and then get a farming contract, or complete the farming contract that I had previously. Alright, here we go. So it looks like my farming contract was a pineapple plant. So we're going to go ahead and check the health on that. Might as well pick the pineapples. Got nothing else to do with them. How much are pineapples worth right now? 142. Yeah, that's not that great. So I'm also going to dig this up. Use spade. Have to chop it down. Alright, I'll just pay the lady real quick. Also, in case you didn't know, I have the auto weed perk from the Tithe Farm minigame, so none of my patches grow weeds. Alright, so there's the completed farming contract. I would like another, please. Start with the hardest one. Snapegrass. Yeah, I'll do snapegrass. Snapegrass is a little annoying because... Sorry, I got distracted because this guy's name is TizTalkB, and I was reading on the wiki a while ago about the Tizar language, and I believe TZ means fire, and then Talk is like a rock, and Jad is like elemental, so Jad is a fire rock elemental kind of thing. I'd have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So I was asking him about his name, but he didn't respond to me, so... I don't remember what I was saying about farming, something about snapegrass seeds costing money and usually not paying off, but I actually think I'm wrong about that. I think the last time I checked, I was under the assumption that it takes 4 seeds to plant an allotment, but it only takes 3, so snapegrass might actually be very good, and I was just wrong about that. Oh god. Oh. I just won't compost them and I hope they die, but I wasn't gonna plant strawberries there because I need to plant snapegrass, and in case one of them dies I usually just plant it in both, but out of muscle memory I instantly planted the strawberry as soon as the last one got harvested. Yeah, oh well. Yeah, after this strawberry is all dug up, I'm gonna plant snapegrass there. And actually, let's pop open the seed pack here as well, see what we get. 47k, that's pretty good. Usually what I do with the seed pack is I'll pop any of the cheap seeds in here, so looks like Snapdragon's the only good thing I got from that. I can just deposit everything else in here. Because all these random seeds that are super cheap, I don't typically need for anything, unless it's like a weird farming contract. So I'll just keep them in the seed vault, and if I need them for a farming contract, I have them right there. Any seeds that I want to sell, I can throw in the bank. Oh, I could open this bird nest as well, actually. I think the bird... What happened to the other ones? Oh, okay, the other empty ones are down there. And I think... Yeah, there's also some there. Might as well open the bird nests that I got and put them all in the same place. Alright, so the stock from this farming run, I got 11.5k in whiteberries, 21k in cactus spines, 52.7k in strawberries, 48.9k in limpwort roots, and 94k in avantos. Honestly, that was a slightly worse run than normal, but it was still pretty good, all things considered. So I'm just gonna bank everything. I actually don't. Okay, I can actually plant the snapegrass. So I need just this stuff, and then I'm gonna fight the hespori because I've actually got a fully grown hespori. Oh, and I need to replant that as well. But let's get the hespori, or not the snapegrass planted, composted. Hopefully that doesn't die because it'll be really annoying since I don't have any more seeds. But yeah, hespori fight is pretty easy. So we'll just gear up in my best melee gear. Just like, it's weak to slash, but I don't really care about what it's weak to. Tank legs, berserker ring, slash. The abyssal whip has really good slash bonus, luckily, because it's also my highest strength bonus weapon. I've never actually done hespori since I've owned a BGS. I don't know if it's going to be helpful, but I'm going to bring the BGS for its spec and see if that helps the kill at all. And I mean, I doubt it, but like, hespori kills are already super fast, so I don't expect it to speed it up by that much, but I'd like to get like a PB, you know, be interesting. Alright, so for the hespori, I need darts for a fast thing to tag the little pods. I need a shovel. I'm gonna throw the shovel down there. I need a superset. I'm just gonna bring super strength, super attack. I mean, I don't know why these doses are so weird. I need an antidote. I'll bring a single prayer pot just in case, although I don't expect anything. Do I have any hespori seeds? No, I don't. And then I'll plant a Chronos seed, because I just want to get rid of my Chronos seeds as much as possible. So I need a dibber as well. And then the rest of my inventory can just be food. Alright, here we go. So first step is going to be to dig up this Chronos plant and plant a new one. Alright, so in case any of you haven't fought the hespori, it's a very easy boss fight. You can do it at a pretty low level. But basically, drink your superset, drink your antidote, pray mage, start the fight, and then you just use darts on all these little boys. They all die in one hit. Then I guess, in this case, I'm going to do a Bandos Godsword spec, or two of them. And then go back to the whip and just flick piety for the rest of the fight. 2 times during the fight, every 100 health, it'll open up these pods again, and you just tag them with the darts again. If you're a high level, you really shouldn't take any damage from this fight. It's very, very easy. Alright, there we go. I think that was a record time. Yeah. It was close. It was like 7 seconds off my personal best. Yeah, then you just dig it up. Celastro seed. Oh wow. Yeah, usually you get pretty bad loot. You're guaranteed 1 special seed, and then the other loot's random. So usually it's pretty bad. But I will take 93k from the hespori. That's pretty nice. All right, if you made it this far in the video. I just want to thank you for watching the whole thing and ask for any feedback that you have. I know it was pretty long. I don't expect every single video of this type, if I continue this, to be this long. This one was particularly long because I had to basically explain my entire account from scratch and talk about what I've done so far. So in the future I expect these to be typically around 20 to 30 minutes if I do continue making them. But yeah, if you've made it this far and you've watched the entire video, I would appreciate a comment telling me what you thought was bad, what you thought was boring, what you liked, if you know the style of editing was bad, or just things that I could generally improve on. It would be very much appreciated. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.